Welcome back, 3D students. In this video, we're going to continue to develop that basic body shape that I discussed in the last video, and I'm going to actually try to create a creature out of it. But before I do, I want to show you the sock character that I am going to try to create out of this. And the reason I chose this one is because it's a little different than the last one. This one doesn't have ears. Instead, it has eyes where the ears would be, and it has this sort of a mouth that is created by tucking in the heel of the sock. And its arms are a little longer and positioned higher up closer to the head, and it doesn't have a tail. So I wanted to sort of do a different shape so I could show you how flexible this body shape is. Of course, if you have the character with you, you can look at it and tell some things about it. If I'm looking at my frog character, he is a little flat in the front, and he has a hump on the back that forces his mouth forward. So I'm going to try to make that part of the shape here from the side. Go to the left view and go to vertex mode and start to try to shape that shape that he has. Now this right here is where his mouth would be. So I think the first thing is to turn on show end results here so we can see both halves of our body. And then I always like to change the color of the cage. I don't much like that orange color there. So if you scroll down, you can find the subdivision surface rollout here. And you can click these two swatches and change the color of that cage if you want. I like a red and a green. I also think I'll change the color of my body as well. Okay, I'm going to pull this up to make that a little rounder there. Okay, I think the next thing would be to extrude the legs. So I think the legs need to come out of this area here. So I'm going to take these two vertices and kind of pull those down a little bit more. And then I'm going to spread them out a little bit like so. And I'm going to extrude the leg from this polygon here. So I'm going to grab that polygon. Actually, you know what? Let me pull this forward a little bit more. So I'm going to grab this polygon, and the first thing I'm going to do is inset it just a little bit. And as you can see, that looks a little small, so I'm going to back up and undo and reshape. I think that these need to come out more. And I think these need to go in some more. Okay, let's try that again. And actually, come to think of it, let's pull this out as well, because it is made from a sock. All right, some of this is just trial and error. I still think that these need to come in more. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, again, is inset these just a little bit. And then we'll get the move tool. I think I'm just going to move them down just a hair, not holding shift, and then I'm going to hold down shift, and we'll get the scale tool, scale down that first extrusion there. Now these would be where the knees are going to be, and then I'm going to hold down shift and extrude one more time down like so. And these are not going to have any feet, so we don't have to worry about that. Now to round these legs off a little bit, we're going to need some more edge loops. So let's get Swift Loop, and I'm going to get right here, and we're going to put an edge right there, and then we're going to put one right here. And that gives us a cross down here on the bottom. So let's turn off Swift Loop, go to vertex mode, and then let's take these vertices here and pull them up like so, and then take these and pull them in. So what we're trying to do is round this leg off a little bit. Basically so that no side is completely flat. And then we could take this whole thing here and maybe scale it out a little bit, like so. And now what we need to do is check it out in smoothing. So let's go back to Editable Poly, come up here to our modeling ribbon and turn on NURBS smoothing. Let's see how that looks. Could take this, maybe scale it down a little bit. But I think that looks pretty good. Now, of course, your legs don't have to be as long as these legs. The body doesn't have to be the same shape. It just depends on the character. Now, the arms for this creature are going to come out of here. Right here. Could come out of these if I wanted it to, but they're going to come out of here. So turn off NURBS, and I'm going to need an edge right here, or I'm going to need a loop right here so I can have 4 where the arms are going to come out. So I'm going to get Swift Loop and put a loop right there. And the arms are going to come out of here. So before I extrude them, I'm going to round this off like that. Then I'm going to get those 4 polygons. Actually, and I think I'm going to take these loops, and this is kind of a trick, and you can take these edges here if you want to round that off some more, and you can just scale them out, and that rounds that off really nice. Makes it a little bigger too. Then I'll inset a little bit, pull it out, and then I'll hold down shift and pull it out some more and scale it flat like so, and then we'll just pull it out. Pull it out a little bit like that, and then we'll hold down shift and pull it out again, and this is where his elbow would be, and then we round it off like we did the other one on the end. Just pull these back and pull these back too. And let's turn off vertex mode and check NURBS. Oops. I'm sorry, my mouse is giving me some trouble here lately. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm going to have to do something to my head here because his mouth has got to go somewhere in this area, and there's not really enough room for that. So I'll do that when I come back. But you can see we have a pretty good basic body plan here. Again, this body plan can be very flexible. You just need to shape it like your character is shaped. And I'll see you in the next video.